Theod's saying goes, time flies. But I never really understood what that meant until I became a father. It feels like just yesterday I was holding my daughter, Lily, in my arms for the first time. This tiny, perfect little person who depended on me for everything. Now, she's a whirlwind of energy, curiosity, and endless questions. And somewhere in between those moments, life got busy. The demands of work, the endless emails, the deadlines, they all seemed to pile up, creating a wall between me and the moments that truly mattered. I started noticing it in the little things. A drawing left on my desk of the two of us, with a caption that read, "Daddy and me, someday." Or the way her face would light up when I got home, only to fall slightly when I'd immediately open my laptop. The truth is, kids don't ask for much. They don't care about promotions or quarterly reports. They just want you, your time, your attention. It was a Tuesday afternoon when it hit me like a ton of bricks. Lily came into my home office, holding her bright pink bicycle helmet. "Daddy," she said, her voice small, "when will someday be?" That was it. That was the moment. The spreadsheets, the conference calls, they could all wait. "Someday is today, sweetheart," I told her, closing my laptop with a definitive click. Her eyes widened, and a smile spread across her face that could have outshone the sun. I knew right then and there, this was the most important meeting I would have all year. We were going to the park, and I was going to teach my daughter how to ride a bike. We got to the park, and the afternoon sun was warm and golden. Lily was practically bouncing with excitement, her helmet already strapped on tightly. Her bike, a shiny blue one with training wheels she'd long outgrown but was too nervous to remove, was waiting. "Okay, champ," I said, getting out my wrench. "First things first, it's time for these guys to go." I started unscrewing the bolts on the training wheels. Lily watched me, a mix of excitement and nervousness on her face. "But Daddy, what if I fall?" she asked, her bottom lip trembling just a little. I stopped what I was doing and looked her right in the eyes. "You might fall," I said honestly. "And you know what? That's okay. Falling is part of learning. Pit, I promise you, I'll be right here. I won't let you go until you're ready, and even then, I'll be running right beside you. We're a team, remember?" She nodded, a little more confident. With a final twist, the training wheels came off. The bike suddenly looked taller, more grown up. Just like her. "All right, Lilypad, hop on," I instructed. She swung her leg over, a bit wobbly at first. I held the back of the seat and the handlebars, keeping the bike steady. "Okay, now, the most important thing is to look where you want to go. Don't look down at your feet. Jarrett, look straight ahead, at that big oak tree over there." She fixed her gaze on the tree. "Cool. Now, just put your feet on the pedals. Feel the balance." The bike tilted, and she let out a small squeak. "I've got you. I've got you," I reassured her. "Just feel a little wobble is normal." We started by just walking, me holding the bike, while she got used to the feeling of balancing without the extra wheels. Step by step, we moved across the grass. "Okay, ready to try pedaling a little?" I asked. She gave a determined nod. "All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, push." Her feet pushed down on the pedals. The bike lurched forward, and I jogged alongside, my hand firmly on the seat. We went about 10 feet before she wobbled and put her feet down. "I did it," she yelled, her face beaming. "You sure did," I cheered. "That was amazing. Let's do it again." We must have done that a dozen times. Each attempt got a little longer, a little smoother. She was starting to get the hang of it, finding her center of gravity. There were a few tumbles, of course, a scraped knee, a couple of close calls that ended in giggles as we both sprawled on the soft grass. Each time, I'd help her up, dust her off, and say, "What do we do when we fall?" And she'd shout back, "We get back up." Her resilience was incredible. She was learning more than just how to ride a bike. She was learning not to be afraid of trying. After a while, I could feel the change. My hand on the seat was doing less and less work. The bike was staying upright on its own. She was doing it. During one of our runs, as she pedaled with more and more confidence, I slowly, carefully, lightened my grip. One finger, then two, and then I let go. She kept going. 5 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet. She was riding a bike, all by herself. She was so focused on the path ahead that she had even noticed I was holding on anymore. I stood there, watching my daughter pedal away from me, and my heart swelled with a feeling I can't even describe. It was pride, it was joy, it was a little bit of sadness, all rolled into one. She was growing up, becoming independent, right before my very eyes. Suddenly, she realized, Daddy, look, I'm doing it. You're not holding on." He yelled, turning her head back to look at me with the biggest, proudest grin I had ever seen. "Look ahead, sweetheart. Look ahead," I shouted, running to catch up. She turned back just in time, steering a bit wobbly but staying upright. She rode all the way to the big oak tree before finally coming to a stop, her feet planted firmly on the ground. She dropped the bike and ran back to me, jumping into my arms with all her might. "I did it. I really did it," she screamed with joy. I hugged her tight, lifting her and spinning her around. "You were amazing, Lily. I am so proud of you." We sat on the grass for a while, just watching the clouds go by, her head resting on my shoulder. She looked up at me and said, "Dad, this was the best someday ever." And in that moment, I knew I had made the right choice. No email, no project, no deadline could ever compare to this. These are the moments that build a life. These are the memories that matter. As a parent, you realize your job isn't just to provide, it's to be present. It's to hold the bike, to run alongside, and to know when it's time to let go, all while cheering them on from the sidelines. That day in the park, Lily learned how to ride a bike, and I learned how to be a dad all over again. It was, without a doubt, the best work I'd done in a very long time. Thank you so much for watching and for letting me share this piece of my heart with you. If this story resonated with you, I'd love it if you'd hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more stories about life, family, and finding joy in the little moments. Until next time, take care.